How's it going, guys? Um, Welcome back to another video. I'm basically going to be talking about, as you guys can see, the title of this video is uh, Scream 7 characters that could return and that I want to return. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, obviously, the first character that I have in mind is obviously Stu Macher. All right, Stu Macher is like the main one that I want to return. Um, and as you guys know I want him to return. He's like the main one that I want to see. Um, Number two, I would probably go with. So the reason why I want Stu to return, as you guys know, is because I feel like he survived Scream 1996. So on to my number two. Now this one is another good one, and that is, um, and that is Mark Kincaid. Sorry, it took me a minute to kind of think about it. The Mark Kincaid is second, my second, one of my favorite characters that I think could come back. Now, will he? Well, I guess we'll have to see. But I think that he can. I think he still can. Honestly, I definitely think he can still. Um, I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Um, but I guess Radio Silence has said that they would like him to return. So there you go. I mean, they said that they're open, for him to return. And by the way, guys, sorry about the music. I had to turn it off because there's something going on with it. It's like lagging. But um, yeah. So Mark Kincaid is one of the characters that I want to return, and obviously, he's married to Sydney now. As you guys know, he's got kids now with Sydney. So he's the one character that I want to see return. One of the characters that I think could possibly return in the return in Scream 7. Um, and then my next one, as you guys know, is the guy from Scream 2 that you guys know. And his name is none other than Joel, the cameraman. Now, he's a character that I think is the smartest in the whole franchise because he, got out. He is the only one that survived. And he, basically was smart and decided to leave, you know. So I think that he was smart. So he's the one character that I want to see back. Another character I want to see back. And hopefully we find out that maybe he's Chad and Mindy's dad, possibly. So, um, and I just think that maybe, like I said, maybe he could work with Gail or something like that. Maybe he could work with, like I said, maybe he could be a cameraman again. Um, and maybe he does die this time. Maybe he finally, dies this time. Who really knows if he does return? Um, but yeah, he's the one character that I want to return because obviously we know that he didn't die. And then the second or the wait, so I already did one. I already did two. So number four. So the fourth character that I want to come back is obviously Jennifer from Scream 3. Now, as you guys know, Parker Posey has said she wants to return. She wants to come back into Scream 7. She wants to return to Scream 7. And the question is, did she survive? I think she did, honestly. Because I mean, I think it was one of the more weaker deaths in the franchise. As I was saying, getting shot by Dewey. That was about it. But I think that was one of the weakest deaths probably in the franchise. So I definitely think that's a possibility. She could come back into Scream 7. And she's one of my favorites to come back. Okay, now number 5, you guys already know. You guys already know what time it is. Angelina. Like I was saying in my last video, Angelina is the one character that I think could come back, and she doesn't even have to be a Ghostface killer. She could just come back and just be a background character, like how she was in Scream 3. She doesn't even have to be revealed as a Ghostface killer. Or maybe she is revealed as a Ghostface killer. Maybe she's working with Stu. And that would be very interesting if she was like in Stu's like cult or something. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. I don't have any other characters really in mind that I want to return, but those are the main ones. Obviously, Stu, Mark Kincaid, Joel, Jennifer Jolie, and Angelina Tyler. Those are the main characters that I want to see in Scream 7, obviously, and I want to see definitely. I think it would be very interesting to see Jennifer Jolie back after. It's very interesting because she did have one of the weaker deaths. Same with Angelina, So I definitely think it's very possible. I think she only got shot like one time. And Angelina had one of the weaker deaths too. On top of that police officer in Scream 4 getting stabbed in the back, and that was it. I forget his name. I think it was I forget his name. It was Sheriff Perkins' partner, but he survived that. I mean, or he could have survived that because that was one of the weakest deaths probably in the franchise. He just got stabbed in the back. That was it. But yeah, I think Angelina could definitely come back. She could definitely be a part of like Stu's cult or something. I definitely think that's very possible. Definitely think that she could be in Stu's cult. There you go. I got the music working again. She could definitely be working with Stu, and maybe that's what she's been doing all along. Possibly. Who really knows? But like I said, guys, be sure to comment down below as always. What do you guys think about my list? Obviously, okay, Stu, Mark Kincaid, Joel, Jennifer Jolie, and Angelina Tyler. So those are my main characters that I want to see back. The main characters that I want to see back in the film. And obviously Sydney's another one too, because I think without Sydney, you're not going to have no Stu. And the Stu thing, like I was saying, man, the Stu thing, it's got to be in Scream 7. It has to be. There's no way that you bring him back in other movies, not this one. This is the one where you have to bring him back. This is the one. That's just my honest opinion. Like, if you're gonna bring him back, you can't wait till like Scream 9, Scream 8. Like, you have to do it now. Like, Scream 7 is the movie to do it because there's really no other way to do it, in my opinion. And you wait until like Scream 9, I don't think it's gonna work. That's just my honest opinion on that. I just think that like if Stu has been alive this whole entire time, you know, you have to bring him back one way or another. Like you have to, especially if he's the mastermind of all the other Scream films. Like he has to, he has to return at some point. And I think Scream 7 is the movie to do so. Like I think that's the best time to do it. Um, um, and also, I just want to go over Mark Kincaid again. So Mark Kincaid, obviously, is from Scream 3, as you guys know, and he's a character that I think could fit into the story um, perfectly. Because the reason why is because obviously he's married to Sydney now, and he's got kids with Sydney. So if he's tied with Sydney, well, you need to have him in the movie one way or another, right? You need to have him be involved one way or another, right? Even if it's just a cameo. But I'd much rather him be in like the whole film, not just a cameo. So I definitely think he's more like he was supposed to be in Scream 4 originally, but I guess he was doing other stuff at that time. So it'd be very interesting. Radio Silence is open for him to come back. I mean, I'm pretty sure that he will. I'm pretty sure that he would love to come back, who really knows? But and then obviously Joel, you guys know he didn't die, he never died in Scream 2. He survived, obviously. He never got attacked by Ghostface. He was the more like smarter character probably throughout the franchise. Just getting out of it, getting a taxi and just leaving town and all that. He was smart for that. Like, so he's the one character that I think could come back. That a character that could come back and maybe like I said, be a cameraman again, or maybe he's like retired. I have no idea, but he could definitely come back since he didn't die in Scream 2. And how cool would it be, like I said, to find out that he was like he's like the dad of the father of Chad and Mindy or something. Now, that would be very interesting. Now, obviously Jennifer Jolie, I've never thought about it until now, until Parker Posey has came out. I never thought about it. I never thought of her like surviving or anything like that. Like I never thought of it until now. Like Jennifer Jolie she supposedly survived, right? She apparently, right? Because she wouldn't want to come back if she didn't. So, and I guess, like I said, she did have the one of the weaker deaths. Getting shot by a Dewey by accident. And it depends on how many times. It looked like she only got shot like once. So, I mean, that's easy to survive. If I'm being honest. So that's definitely very interesting. I never thought about that until, like I said, Jennifer or till Parker Posey said that she wanted to return. I didn't think about her surviving in Scream 3, but so Angelina, as you guys know, Angelina makes the most sense. Angelina, I think, makes the most sense out of everybody. Like, I think she makes so much sense. Probably over Jill and Charlie. And I just think Angelina, her character, the fact that she was supposed to be a Ghostface killer, kind of, I don't know. It seemed like that death was fake. It seemed like it was staged. The fact that she, we didn't even see her get killed, and her body we just seen her body get dragged away. So it kind of seemed like that death was kind of staged. If I'm being honest with you, And I think that she could definitely, come back and definitely be a part, possibly of, Stu's cult or whatever. Or what if Jennifer Jolie was the killer? What if she was like a killer or something? Or maybe Joel. I mean, if Joel's a killer, that would be a great twist. Maybe that's the reason why Ghostface didn't attack him, because maybe he was one of the killers. We just didn't know. You know what I mean? But it's just a very interesting thing to think about. Um, I would definitely be down for that, especially Jennifer being the killer, one of the killers. But I think Mark Kincaid being a killer, I'm not really down with that. I think they just need to let Sydney have it, a happy life. Um, and yeah, and not have another husband be a killer. But um, I could totally see, Joel being a killer. I could totally see, Jennifer being a killer, and obviously Angelina. Um, so there you have it. I mean, there's your cult right there. You got Angelina, you got Jennifer, you got um, potentially Joel. I mean, that's kind of like your Stu cult right there. I mean, you only need one more person, um, which people are saying could be Charlie, which I don't believe. I don't think Charlie's. I just don't think Charlie's alive. I just think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. I don't think he would survive a stab to the heart unless he really didn't, and the camera made it look like he did. I mean, that's the only way I could see him surviving. But other than that, I don't. I don't see him. I don't see him returning at all. I think that he's long gone. I just don't think he survived that. Stab to the heart. Um, but yeah, I guess if it happens, I mean, I could be wrong. Could be wrong, but I just don't think that it's gonna happen personally. I just think Stu. I think it should only be Stu, Angelina, Jennifer, Joel, and Mark Kincaid. That really return. Angelina over Charlie, especially. Angelina makes more sense than Charlie. Um. So yeah, there's your cult, man. I mean, how interesting would that be? If you got Jennifer, Jolie, and Angelina and Joel as killers, potentially in Stu's cult. I mean, that would be pretty interesting. Now, will it happen? I don't know. I don't know. But I definitely think, Angelina could be one of like the cult members. She could definitely be one of the people helping Stu, like working with Stu. Um, but yeah, it'd be very interesting. I think it would be a great twist to have, like I said, like Joel be the killer. Maybe he's a part of the cult too, or like Jennifer, like I said. It would just be a great twist. But let me know what you guys think about that. What do you guys think about my list of characters that I want to see return? Um, let me know in the comments, as always, what you guys think about like my list. Do you guys agree or disagree about my list? Because there's a lot of people that don't think Stu's going to return. Listen, I'm not saying that he's going to return. I'm just saying that it's definitely a possibility. There's definitely a possibility. You can't rule that out. So that's just my take on that. But let me know in the comments what you guys believe, as always. And be sure to hit the like button as always as well. It always helps me out. And those of you that are not, subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe, obviously. Hit that notification bell also, so you'll be notified for all my uploads so you don't miss out. But with that being said, y'all, like I said, be sure to give me guys' thoughts as always, and see you on the next one. Peace.